the background music?
They can't hear it.
Okay. I don't know if I could think. Hi!
I think there's a mortar machine going on.
that's like a noise.
How is a noise better than... Let's do this video. Let's just...
Hi guys. We're here to talk about marriage. It's recording.
Oh, I gotta shave.
Are you gonna shave tonight?
Yeah. No, I'll probably shave in the morning. Because Chief be tripping. Such a blast, huh? This is it, guys.
What is the questions? We should have had questions. I should have had
You
questions.
said, how was it people in the Navy?
Okay.
There was some girl that was in the Navy, her husband and this and that. He trying to come in.
Okay, so you want to start with... Okay, one of the specific questions I was asked is how to make it work. You need to shut that off because if I get copyright...
First of all, it's a mixtape. Go ahead, man. Let me turn it off. You a hater. Go ahead, Linda.
I think I want to go up there with you.
What?
I think I want to go up there with you.
Well, you already got these people waiting like 10 minutes.
I can edit this.
Alright.
You act like I'm not an editing pro.
I want to edit crap. Just leave it raw. Give them the truth. The people want the truth. They don't want edited garbage.
I feel like we're really far away.
Oh my god, this is really taking... Just pull the whole laptop.
That's what I'm doing.
You good?
It's good. I like this. It's nice. You comfortable? Okay. Hello! I look like just a head. Hello! Can you guys hear us?
They can't answer yet. Yo, you're gonna drop that laptop and I'm gonna just laugh at you. Oh my god, you are so fussy. Just go.
No, if I'm gonna sit here and make this entire video and all of a sudden they can't hear, what is that? You know what I mean?
Then that's a video you made that you're gonna have to make all over again.
My hair thingy's coming out. I look like a freaking devil.
Look at the Statue of Liberty.
Can you help me?
I don't know how to do that.
Get it out. Ow.
Got that knack. Stop moving.
Wow, this isn't gonna happen.
Oh my god, this video still hasn't started. That's crazy. Does this always take this long?
No.
This is crazy. The
Okay.
people are waiting. The people want the truth.
The truth about marriage is that there is no honeymoon phase. Right?
I guess. The quads.
Really? Nobody likes a show off. Check out those triceps. So I think that when you first get married, it's hard because you're just getting to know each other. I was talking to my friend Sandy, and she mentioned this also, how it's challenging when you first form a household because you both come from different households and you're
Right.
trying to make one household. So I do things a bit differently than he does things. And the honeymoon phase really is just getting to know each other and trying to work things out. So it's not always an easy venture.
At least in our case, we can only speak for ourselves.
Yeah. Some of you might just get along from the gate, and you might want to look into that. You're probably related, and that's incest.
Must be nice, huh?
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, that's a good one.
So, how do you make a dual military relationship work? I think that, okay, I've had a lot of people say that if I get out and he stays in, I could make a milso marriage video about how it is to be a Navy wife. And that has always irked me because
The hell is a Navy wife? I hate that damn term.
I know. It's like the woman is identifying through what her husband is and she doesn't have an identity of her own.
Like
You know
them
what I mean?
clowns you see with the license plate that was like
I
wife
don't-
of a chief or some crap.
I don't understand it.
Clowns.
But I'm a Navy wife right now.
Bozos.
But it's mill to mill. And I think it makes it easier being mill to mill in some ways. Because sometimes you can be apart for a very long time. Like my friend Raquel and her husband. When she gets back from deployment, her husband's going to go. And then when he comes back, then she's going to go again. So that could be difficult. But what am I talking about? I think it makes it easier because I understand. Maybe, perhaps, a civilian lady that isn't familiar with the way the military works has a harder time understanding the reasons why. Like, when he has to go, I get it. I think because I'm in the military, it helps me understand it and accept it a little better than if I were a civilian. Because, like, there's been wives that call the command
Clowns.
to get mad at the CO for not letting her husband come home when he said he could come home. And it doesn't work like that. And that gets him in trouble. People just don't get it. So as far as just marriage apart from the Navy, what are some tips you think that help us succeed?
Us.
Yeah.
There's a lot I think about. I mean, there's a lot to be said on that subject. Cause man, I don't even know where to start, to tell you the truth. Cause this is what I have. See, now I'm getting hyped. So
Get hyped.
this is what the issue is. You know what I'm saying?
Get hyped.
People, and this is just the way I am. I can't, like, I don't know how to. This is a video and all that. I don't know how to talk and make it right for the video. I don't even know how to explain myself the way I know how to do it. You know what I mean? I mean, people talk about military marriage, mill to mill, this and that. Hey, man, as far as me, you know what I'm saying? The military is just a job. It doesn't define me whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? And most likely people in my command gonna see this and they're gonna know, yeah, man, that's Loriano. That's exactly how he is, because that's just the way it is, man. I mean, I tell them all the time, I'm not gonna say I love my job, because I don't. I really dislike it, but I don't get paid to like it. You know what I'm saying? I get paid to perform. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a job to me. I come in and do what I gotta do and I get the hell out. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm there for. That's what they have me there for. That's what I'm supposed to do. So as far as a military marriage, no, I don't believe in that. It's either a marriage or it's not. You know what I'm saying? Oh, marriage in the military don't work. Marriage in the military don't work because people end up defining their marriage by what people in the military have come to call a military marriage.
So true.
Which is known to not work. You know what I'm saying? I see it like I'm married and I work for the military and I married a person who happens to work for the military. But once I leave that space, that place, that squadron, I'm just me, man. Like, the military don't define me. Therefore, my marriage is just a marriage like any other, in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I don't let none of the factors as far as the military dictate how my marriage is going to end up. Like, every time I leave, I go on a deck, I go on a detachment or whatever the hell we go on that damn ship. I always tell her I'm going to come right back. I always hit her up, hey, I'm on my way right now. Because from the second I leave, it's already a countdown to me coming back. You know what I mean? It's all how you think about it. So, yeah, you're going to be away, but I'm already, the second I leave the door, I'm already on my way back. Because that time is for the countdown for me arriving back home, which is where I belong. I mean, which is why I don't really believe in military marriage. And I really don't share a lot about my marriage with people in the military. Because people, man, I'm going to tell you straight up, like these niggas is haters. Like, if you got something you like, you meet someone you like, go after it. I'm the type to go after whatever I like. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how many people piss off. Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody going to do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying?
If we went by what they said about A-school couples, a lot of times I don't even want to say that I met him at A-school because that has such a negative connotation. And when people hear that people are dating in A-school, it almost always ends badly. And I know people that have been married in A-school that are divorced now. And I know that a lot of marriages don't make it if they're formed in A school, or a lot of relationships even. But I think a lot of that has to do with the age that people are. They're like 18, 19 getting married for BAH.
Coming from Wisconsin, where they ain't never seen a certain kind of person you see in A school, and they go crazy.
And so I don't like to have that reputation of an A school couple, but that is exactly what we are. Because so many people have bad things to say about A school couples. People that met straight out of boot camp, or even met while in the military. So a lot of times when people are like, "Where'd you and your husband meet?" I don't even want to say it because they're gonna be like, "Oh, A school, you guys met in A school. Hope that lasts." And
then
people,
I'll go ahead and slap the shit out somebody.
people have such negative. People are so negative.
People are straight up haters, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'll come to work with fully cooked up meals, man. I got home. Yo, check it out. I got homemade pasta. You know what I'm saying? With homemade protein bars to eat along with that pasta as a snack. You know what I'm saying? With a protein shake. You know what I'm saying? With a clean canteen of water. And you see these guys just checking me out like, "Man, you lucky, this is that. You lucky, this is that." I was like, "Yeah, man, it sucks to be married, don't it? Shit is the worst." You know what I'm saying? Look at how much I'm struggling. Look how much it sucks. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. People fail at it because they're paying attention too much to what other people think about it. If your marriage failed, you know what I'm saying, you in the military, you divorced, you know what? I'm sorry for you. It sucks that happened. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But life goes on. Doesn't mean you got to hate on everybody else's thing going on.
People are so bitter.
People are straight up haters. That's why to this day, from the day I got married, at least in front of my face, no one has said nothing negative to me or around me about my marriage, because I will straight up slap the shit out of somebody. Because at the end of the day, you're talking about a man's wife. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I see my marriage like it's my marriage, just my marriage. You know what I'm saying? And whatever military marriage you guys call that shit, that's that. You know what I'm saying? I have nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not in the military, I just work for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm still me. The military will never define me, will never make me. You know what I'm saying? They say, "Oh, the military, you need the military." No. Nigga, you make the military. Because if everybody was to leave the military, there'd be no goddamn military. You know what I'm saying? It's made by people. But people come in here, you know what I'm saying, they get brainwashed, and they let people manipulate what they see. Like before the military, I'm pretty sure all these bastards wanted to get married, wanted to have somebody. Now they inside to hear these clowns talking about, "Oh, me? No, never that." Good for you then. You holler at me when you 65 years old by your damn self and ain't nobody there to wash your balls. I mean, hopefully that don't happen. But you know what I mean? Because it gets ugly.
That's just the thing, though, is... Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you good.
Is the only time you hear about people that are married is when they're having a problem. Because that's when people vent. So a lot of times when you're at work, especially in the military, and people are talking about their significant other, whoever they're married to, it's something bad that happened because they're venting about it. But then they go home and things are fine, but they're not going to show up to work and be like, "Hey, just let you know, I love my wife and she's done great things," or, "Hey, I'm just going to let you know, my husband did something great and it made me smile." Like, no one wants to hear that. I do it. I do it. People that I'm close to, like Dudley, and people that actually genuinely care for me, want to hear things like that. It makes them smile, it makes me smile because they care about my happiness. But if you're just talking like amongst a group of people in your shop or something, like no one wants to hear the good things about your marriage because they just want to hear like the juicy garbage, and that's all that is announced ever.
Because they're sad, they're salty.
Yeah, misery loves company. So when they hear that, so anytime someone's in the military and they are single and they're listening to other people talk, it's generally a negative thing to talk about.
Because that's the cool thing to do. That's
marriage
the end thing.
Is the negative thing or something, when it's not negative at all.
Word. You know what I'm saying? They got no character. They don't know how to just be themselves. If you want something, man, forget what everybody else gotta say and you go for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm 26 years old. I'm a grown ass man. I came in this and I met Andrea. I ain't never met a female like her. And I've met a lot of females. I don't mean to sound no kind of way, but that's just the way it is. And people can call it whatever the hell they want, this, that, but at the end of the day, I'm winning. You know what I'm saying? Because I come home, you know what I'm saying, shit is cooked, good food is cooked. You know what I'm saying? My wife can cook better than yours any day. Bring it. You know what I'm saying? I'll challenge you any day, any meal. She will destroy you. We could put money on it. She cooks better than your wife does, and you, and whatever restaurant you like going to put together on a good day. what I'm saying? So I'm winning. You know what I mean? And not to mention her features are just ridiculous. Like, females back home have seen what I've married, and they be hating, but they can't say nothing because her ass is fat. You know what I mean? Hey, it's the truth. It's the truth. We giving the people that they want to hear the truth. This is the truth. You know what I'm saying? Military marriage, that shit don't exist, man. If you want to get married to somebody, make sure you're doing it for the right reason. Not for no money, because no money could pay for the misery you're going to get for marrying the wrong person. You're going to pay way more for that, getting out of that bad deal, than you are for what you was thinking you was going to get getting in there. You know what I mean? And people are always going to hate, man. They always going to hate. But at the end of the day, I'm winning. You know what I'm saying? While these guys are being all salty in their room playing video games by themselves in some barracks room, you know what I'm saying? Drinking some nasty-ass beer. I'm eating clean-ass, high-protein, low-carb, high-calorie food in my house after leaving the gym. You know what I'm saying? Getting my mind right. You know what I'm saying? So tell me what's wrong with military marriage. It doesn't exist, man. It's marriage or it's not. You know what I'm saying? People are always going to talk because it's the cool thing to do. And Shorty, that I heard about Shorty in there, she's in the military and the husband's thinking of joining.
Yeah.
Don't do it, bruh.
Hey, you never know.
Yo, nah, bruh, don't do it.
I think that it could be a good thing. It just depends on
she don't know what she's talking about. Don't do it. Like, oh my God. Countdown has begun. A year and 355 days. It's real.
You never know. You never know. You never know.
Just saying.
So what do you think people need to think about if they're thinking about getting married? How do they know they're marrying the right person? How did I know that he was the right one for me? And how did he know that he was, what did I say? Vice versa, right? What do you think is, I'll go first. You go first? How did I know that I was marrying someone for the right reasons and that this was going to be a good decision? I remember one of the first things we told each other was that we make a good team. When we were just dating and we started to get to know each other.
I said it first.
I said that first.
I said it what?
I also said I love you first.
Now she's trying to end me up. That's cool.
Anyways, there's certain characteristics, there's certain attributes that I lack that he fulfills. Really?
They're paying attention to you anyways.
No, they're watching you and they're not listening to me.
That he fulfills.
I think that you need to know that you're going to make a good team. I think that you need to look at the other person.
You gotta believe in that, man. If you don't believe in it, you already lost.
It is not a shallow thing to want things from the other person. All you need is love. That is false. Though I love him, I learned through past relationships with guys that didn't provide anything. They were just dirtbags. I kind of stayed with them out of pity. Because I felt like it wasn't fair for me to judge them for what they didn't have. So I would stick around because I would compensate for their shortcomings because I'm like, well, maybe they'll, I would always have an excuse. So I finally, when I found someone that was...
Scrubs. Birds. Bums. I'm sorry, last one.
When I found someone that could provide things, like, that was just an eye-opener for me. He's handy. Like, he was just out in my car taking it apart. He was going to put an aux cable in my car. He puts things together. He puts things together in the house. He's very capable. He's knowledgeable, and he's reliable, and I can count on him for so many things. Like, if there's a topic I don't know something about, he knows everything about, and there's just things that he can do that I can't do, and I rely on him, and we make a really good... Is your music still going?
No.
What is that?
I don't know, that's outside.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Are you lying?
Yeah. They can't hear that. It's low as hell.
Okay.
And we ain't got no money to get sued for anyway, so we went in.
What? Anyways, it's not a selfish thing to be like, you know what? You don't have a car. You don't even have a license. I don't want to be with a man that doesn't have a car or a license. Back in my younger years, I might have been like, well, maybe he's just going through a hard spot. No, F that. I want someone that is capable, that I can rely on, that is responsible, and that's him. He's a man that handles his business, and
A business.
I would not have married someone that I didn't feel like was reliable or responsible, or somebody that I would have to constantly be picking up after. He only adds to everything. He's not like something I have to
Babysit.
right.
You're welcome.
Because that's kind of how I dated in the past, was losers.
Lames, bozos, clowns,
So what do you
lowlives,
think?
nobodies, bums, birds.
Stop. What do you think is some things that you need to have in the other person in order to know they're right for you in marriage?
If you can't trust them, you already lost.
That's a good
You know
one.
what I'm saying? And you got to believe in yourself that you're making the right decision. You know what I'm saying? Like you just have to know. Not saying you gotta know they're the one. No, you gotta be confident in your decision. Not know, damn, I wanna really be with this person, but I don't know. What if this? If you go to sleep with that what if in your head, man, you ain't never gonna get nothing ever in life. And that's in marriage, and that's past that. You know what I'm saying? What if I go for this job and I don't get it? Or what if I don't be in the Navy forever? What if I get out? If you live with that what if, you ain't never gonna get nowhere. Like, don't no reward come without risk. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, you know what? I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to get with this girl, and it's going to work. You know what I'm saying? With all faith. Because in all reality, anything can happen anytime. Everything is possible. You know what I'm saying? You never rule out anything. But you don't make your decisions based on that. You know what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, you'd be living in a bubble by yourself in the dark. You know what I mean? And what's the point of that? You know what I'm saying? That's what it was with me. You know what I'm saying? As far as her personally, it was more of that she wasn't, like, I tell her every day she doesn't belong in the Navy, man. Like, the Navy doesn't need people like her. And that might sound wrong, but she's of a different cloth. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Navy's alright. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever, but there's so much in this girl's head that the Navy has no use for it. You know what I mean? That she's a people's person. The Navy is an operational organization. It's about getting something done. Yes, she gets something done, but indirectly through people. You know what I'm saying? People that can't do stuff because their mind is not in a certain place, she gets their mind there. She doesn't even know it. So they can do that. That she shouldn't, I don't think she should be in the Navy. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a waste of time. You learn a lot. Everything happens for a reason, whatever, but just something to think about. You know what I mean? But as far as for me, I mean, I've met a lot of women. I've been through some horrible, nasty stuff. Wow,
Skanks.
that's crazy. She's going in, but it's like,
Tramps.
I mean, you learn over time. You know what I mean? And she grown as hell. She older than me. She grown as hell. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to babysit. That was my biggest thing. Because if I'm here watching after you, how am I taking care of me? Because I don't want you to take care of me anyhow. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things I want to do in this life, man. I'm gonna die when I'm 200 years old. Because I don't got time to do it in one lifetime. You know what I mean? So it's like, I need to be able to know that you're good. Every detachment I go on, I know she's good. Like, I don't even have to ask if she's alright, because I already know she is. You know what I mean? That's one of the things, that was the main thing that was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to jump in this. We're going to make this happen. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's not easy, because that's what a lot of people say. Oh, this person don't do this for me. This person don't do that for me. Yo, it ain't about you no more. You know what I'm saying? Because you are now putting together two personalities, two lifestyles, two different characters into one person. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of compromise and commitment there. But people are so damn selfish and about their damn self and about what they can get and about they gain, and so greedy and nasty that they don't even think about what they can give to someone else. You know what I'm saying? Who's lacking what they possess. You know what I'm saying? And once you get past that, you learn a lot about yourself. And you learn and you really see what marriage is about. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm not in the gym or at work, I'm with Andrea. Like, and it's like people think that's boring. Yo, I used to go out all the time, all that dumb shit, all that freaking, that club, that all that corny, whatever the hell, man. But it don't even attract me no more, cause it's I know it's in vain. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna happen? I'm gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying? Waste $500 in an outfit, a cab, getting a car clean, whatever the hell the case. Going out at night, meet a joint, get a room, smash it out, make it nasty, so she won't want to see me no more, and forget about her. It's in vain. You know what I'm saying? To then do it again next week. That's way too expensive. First of all, you know what I'm saying? And it's in vain, as opposed to just doing my own thing, going to work, coming back home, and knowing it's real. You know what I'm saying? And if it's like, if people are like, yeah, but don't it get boring? This is that. Yo, man, if you lose interest, the interest was never there. That's just the way I see it. If you eventually lose interest, it was never there. You grow up loving cars. You 50 years old, you still love cars. You don't lose interest in it because the interest was always there. You know what I'm saying? If you lose interest, you was probably just making it seem like you was interested to get past it, to get something else you wanted that was in that person. But the initial interest, the genuine want, that desire was never there. You know what I mean? And some people might not even understand what the hell I'm saying. They mind is probably blown.
It reminds
like this
me,
nigga talking
in
a bunch of crap.
school, in A school, he used to tell me that I was his favorite subject, and I've never been told that before. And I never met anyone that actually liked what I had to say. I always felt like I couldn't talk because anytime I did talk in relationships in the past, they would zone out and not even listen. And I'm like, why am I even talking? So I felt like I wasn't even interesting. So I was trained to not talk. And he would sit down with me when we would have lunch or meet to eat somewhere. And I would just not talk because I felt like nothing I had to say was of worth to listen to.
I had to whip it out of her. Talk about cats and all that.
He tore down so many walls. And I think that's what...
fluffy stuff.
I think that's another thing that you need to look for in another person is do they make you a better person? When you're with them, are you your best or trying to be better? If you're with someone and you don't like who you are when you're around them, that's not someone that you want to be with. He makes me try really hard to be a much better person than I already am. So I've gotten better just by being with him. Even when it comes to loving myself and others, he's taught me how to grow as a person, and that's a thing to value there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, if you can't live in your own skin, you ain't living. So why try to be someone for someone else that you're not? You know what I'm saying? That's just not the person then. You shouldn't have to compromise who you are for someone. And when I say who you are, it's not what you do. No, who you are is in who you're comfortable being. You know what I'm saying? I like a lot of ratchet rap and loud music. You know what I'm saying? And pants roll low and cars roll low with big wheels. She's alright with that, so it's cool. You know what I'm saying? We winning. She likes cats and all that. 100% cotton and bacon and all this non-chemicals and all that. And I'm cool with that. So we straight. You know what I mean? I don't watch much TV. She don't watch much TV. The only issue that we do have, that is still a standing issue, that is really tearing us apart, is she doesn't like animal documentaries. And I love it. You know what I'm saying? And it's really getting to the point where we're going to have to sit down and talk about this, because that's just crazy. How do you not like watching Shark Week? Shark Week, the best week in the year. How do you not like sharks? What's wrong with you?
I don't like seeing animals eat other animals because then
natural.
I feel bad for the animals.
Well, they should have not been an animal. I don't want to watch it.
That's I don't want to see it happen.
Animals, we eating them. We eating them. If you're an animal, you're getting ate.
There was a conversation going on at work about how a woman will always try to change a man, and that is false. A lot of women do try to change the man, but that's because she's settling for someone that isn't right for her. So
Ouch.
Instead of meeting the man that you don't want to change, she just took the one guy and she thinks that she's going to change him into this magical man.
You probably just broke up half of America.
Don't try to change who you're with. I love absolutely everything about this man. And he was like, you don't mind that what's the one thing that you were shocked that I didn't care about? The way that he spoke even.
Yeah, people get annoyed at how I talk. If you don't like how I talk, kill yourself. I don't care.
I
don't care. I really don't care.
He says things that are mean, and I'm okay with that.
All day. I offend people like all day long.
But I don't try to change him. I don't try to change the way that he dresses. I don't try to change the way he speaks. I don't try to change the music he listens to. I don't want to change anything about him, because when you meet someone that is everything that you're looking for, there will be nothing to change. So anyone that conversation came up, how women will always try to change you, but those women are wrong.
I hope you're learning something out there.
Don't change the man. Wait.
Put up the volume
until you find the man that you don't need to change anything about. Because there's billions of people in this world, and there is going to be someone that fits all that stuff.
Literally billions of people. I counted.
Literally. Maybe not all in the right age group, but...
Hey, man, some of them like the old ladies, you know what I'm saying, the 70 plus. That's cool, too, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody judging. Unless you're a pedophile. You're a pedophile. There's something wrong with you, man. Don't be like in them young joints. That's the feds. Them 17-year-old joints,
right
man.
Along. I guess I do like the younger men.
I'm 26, man.
I'm 29.
Grown as hell.
And
wise. Got white hairs.
So, what happens when you disagree? This video is already half an hour. What happens when you disagree?
They've been logged off.
I don't think so.
10 views.
Click. We don't agree.
A lot.
Really?
Yeah. We just meet in the middle. We come to the, you know what I'm saying, mediation tactic number 3,
Compromise?
I think it is. Lose. I lose some, you lose some. And it's a winning situation.
It's a wonderful way to look at it. Sweet.
Learn something. Are you learning something?
Okay. So if you disagree, and it's been challenging because I come from a town of like 300 people, just 300. I'm not talking about 300,000. I'm talking about 300 people. And he comes from New York City. So me being different in where I was raised and culturally and everything under the sun, we're like polar opposites.
Word.
So when we would communicate, that was the hardest thing to try to get over. I think that's where a lot of the bumps in our relationship when we were starting to iron things out were derived from.
We almost split at one point.
Our differences. It was bad because we just didn't understand
A lot of cursing.
each other.
Word.
I would get hypersensitive, like easily offended, because I would ask him a question and then he would say, yes.
What do you want? Is it yes or no question?
And then I'd be, I wouldn't get too upset about things like that, but I would ask him something and then I would get such a direct answer that I think it wasn't even, like, it was kind of mean. And so I would make 1,000 things of it when he really just meant exactly what he said. And I am so used to people beating around the bush, putting little extras on it, giving it a cushion for it to land. And it wasn't so much what he said, it was how he said it to me. And that's what was, like, after we wouldn't talk for, like, all day long, because I would just be like, oh! And then he'd be like, I don't know what her problem is, because we would be on completely opposite sides.
Tripping.
Then in the evening, like, I don't ever think a good time to talk about something is in the heat of the moment. Though I think it should be resolved as quickly as possible, you need to decide very quickly if this is something that's going to break you up or not. And if it's not, you need to get the frick over it.
Never react on emotion.
Don't drag a little argument or disagreement on forever. If it lasts a day, it's almost a little too long still. But sometimes you need a few hours to cool down when your emotions kind of dissipate and you're not acting on high emotion, right?
Word.
But don't let an argument last for 2-3 days. That has never happened, because you're wasting time together. Are you going to get over it? Are you going to work this out, or are you ending it? If what the argument was about isn't enough to split you up, then why are you still fighting? Find a resolution very quickly and just get over it. You're going to have a resolution that involves emotion still. Like, you can be a little mad still, but have a resolution, but don't drag it on. And that comes from both parts. Like, just today we were walking, I bought sour cream, and it was in the car, and it was getting warm, and then we were going to stop at the vitamins store really quick, on our way home. And then he went inside of one shoe store, and then I'm thinking about the sour cream. And then he stopped at another shoe store, and I kind of made a noise because I was thinking about the sour cream. And then he was like, you know what? If you don't want the food to spoil, let's just leave now. And we hadn't even made it to Vitamin World yet, right? So then, in that moment, I was thinking about the sour cream spoiling. He was thinking, we're already here. What is 5 minutes going to make a difference in the keeping of the sour cream, right?
Keeping of the sour cream.
So he's like, you know what? Let's just leave. So then he started walking toward the car. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be that guy. So I was like, no, let's go to the vitamin shop. And he started walking away from me. And so I stood there and he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm going to go to the vitamin shop. And I started walking toward the vitamin shop. Even though initially I was thinking about the sour cream, I saw his point. My fear of the sour cream spoiling was a tad irrational, right? We had already stopped at the mall. He had already been in a couple of stores, and I was just letting the sour cream build up in my brain. But then he brought me back down, and I realized the sour cream is going to be okay. It's okay if he goes inside a Foot Locker before we make it to the Vitamin World, because we're already here, right?
Because I shop fast. 1, 2, 3.
But in that moment, it could have turned into a big thing. Like, he started walking away, and I could tell he was upset. He's like, you know what, just forget it, man. And I was just like, why are we getting upset about this right now? So then I said to him, let's just completely forget the last 20 seconds ever happened, and let's completely get over it. Because sour cream is not enough to have a fight over. So we just completely squashed it. And sometimes it's easy to squash because it is as little as sour cream and shoes, but sometimes it's a little bit harder to squash. Sneakers. Tennis shoes, sneakers, whatever. Why am I even talking about that? We have little quarrels.
You saw that? And
it was about to happen, but we just decided this is really stupid. And you have to be very what is the word I'm looking for?
Conscious.
Yeah. And mature.
Mature.
It would be extremely immature for him to stomp off and get mad that I was upset that we were stopping at another store. And it would be extremely immature of me to get pissed off that he wanted to go inside a store because I think the sour cream is going to spoil. The whole thing was immature. And we all have that. We're human. We have these strange things. So your level of maturity needs to be heightened, and you need to realize when you are being OD.
Stop being OD.
Just shake it off. Just stop it. Stop being stupid.
Stop being stupid.
And so I saw that I was being stupid about sour cream, and he saw that he was being silly about stomping off and just saying forget the shoes completely and let's go home. And we met back in the middle, and we went to the vitamin shop.
I was just trying to buy some protein.
And all was well in the world. Yeah, but you were stopping at every shoe store along the way.
Because California got the weakest malls I ever seen. Fashion sense sucks.
Fashion sense sucks. So, if you have an argument and it's not easy to squash, you can't say, you know what, let's just belay the last 20 seconds. And we did.
Okay, you need to not use military terms on this video.
Belay.
Belay? I mean, that's like the second one. What's the other one?
I don't know. I called the kitchen broom a foxtail and he flipped on me. And then I said something else and then he told me that military talk was secured, which is a military thing to say, so ha!
It was a pun intended.
Oh.
It wasn't.
You did it! You did!
It really slipped.
It really slipped. So if the problem is not big enough to squash, and you can't just be like, you know what, stop being silly and just get over it in 20 seconds, and it's kind of a bigger issue, don't talk about it right then.
Word. There's a lot of pride involved in that too. A lot of people got too much goddamn pride. Not even only with your couples, with friends and family as it is. All this pride everybody got that they don't want to be the lesser person. They don't want to lose to something. Yo, whatever, man. As long as you know what you know, that's all that really matters anyways, right? You know what I'm saying? People always come at me with something stupid. I'm like, word, you right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you right. You got it. But in my head, I know that, you know what? I'm going to just let them get this win that they think they got. You know what I'm saying? Because it really doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Pride cannot be that serious. It really can't be that serious. The only time I think pride should really come into account is when someone is doing something, is producing something that they love to do, that you put pride into that. You know what I'm saying? If you have a family, you raise that family with pride. Not pride in yourself, that you can't just come to for one little thing, just come to a compromise with someone. Like, you know what? You have that and I'll have this for the sake of it to be okay with you and me. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's why so many people got so many damn enemies and y'all don't get nowhere. And y'all always got an issue with somebody. At the end of the day, someone's always going to dislike you. So why make more of it? Why make more people dislike you? Because of your pride. People don't know how to put pride aside just to make something work because they selfish. And that's nasty. Stop being nasty. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be nasty.
I ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not preaching like I'm above anyone. But I speak things on how I see it and how it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I've learned from this from myself. You know what I'm saying? And it took a lot for me to get rid of that. You know what I mean? Not because no one else told me, because I see it. Because sometimes you got to step back and look from outside the box at the situation. Get impartial to what's going on so you can see what's really going on. Take the emotion out of the equation to see the raw value of what's happening. And people can't do that because they're too stupid having all this pride. Get over your pride because you ain't all that. You know what I'm saying? Keep the moving and just compromise and commit to something. Because there's always going to be something else. Something else. Once you get over this, something else is waiting. And once you get over that, there's going to be another one waiting. You know what I'm saying? There's always more coming. It's a process. It's how you deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It's never over. You know what I mean? So just learn to deal and get over your pride.
You have to look at the bigger picture, for sure. Conflicts in marriage... A conflict in marriage is never about who's going to win that time. If you look at it like, I'm going to win this one, you've got the wrong mentality. A conflict is not about winning. There has been times on both of our parts where we felt the other was wrong. So we're huffy, and it's been a couple hours, and I'm upset, and I'm in my room reading my Nook, and he's over here playing music, and I'm upset. No matter what's going on, it's been either he'll come into the room or I will come out here and I will just hug him or something. Because it's not about who comes to who first and who's going to win that one. It's whoever... It's going to take initiative from someone. You can't always wait on the other person.
And I'll grab the features.
To come up to the other person and say, I'm sorry. Sometimes the other person is still going to be wrong. Sometimes you're still going to be wrong. There's somebody always going to be wrong because everybody looks at it in a different way. So you can't look at it like the other person has to apologize. It has to come from, and it's come from either of us in the past. Either one of us has been the first to initiate the I'm sorry. Whether it was my fault or not, I've said I'm sorry. Whether it was his fault or not, he said he's sorry first.
She taught me that. Learn something.
I did?
Yeah.
So you have to grow up a little, and you have to get rid of your pride, and if an argument is bad, sometimes you just have to suck it up and be the first one to come out there and say, hey, I don't know why we're fighting about this.
You gotta be grown to be married, man. If you ain't grown, don't even think about it. Don't even do it, son. Just go play your video games and your Legos, your little Play-Doh and your Hot Wheels. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be grown to be married. This is a big boy's game. You know what I'm saying? If you're not on that level, you're not gonna understand it. You have no idea what the hell we talking about. Your mind is just blown. You know what I'm saying? You got shit dripping out your ears. You know what I'm saying? You have no idea what's going on because you ain't ready yet. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't grown up yet, if you ain't matured yet, then you can't deal with this yet. And people mature at different levels because you got to go through some stuff in life to build character. Once you build that character and you've been through enough, you mature. You get to a state of maturity. Once you get there, then you understand what we're talking about. If you ain't been there yet, then just stand by, for lack of a better word. Horrible term, but just stand by.
Oh, no Navy lingo?
We working here. And let some stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? And then you can mature. And then later on, in the future, you probably understand what we're talking about. So then, just play that Xbox, man. Get on your Xbox or whatever you kids do with a PlayStation or whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a grown folks game. You know what I mean? And it's not about age. It's about a mental state of maturity.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen 18-year-olds more mature than people who've been married for 10 years,
Word.
40-something. You know what I'm saying? Immaturely. You know what I'm saying? Get over that. And then you might learn something.
Yes. So when it comes to resolving conflict, if it is a large misunderstanding, because that's what I think conflict always is just a misunderstanding. I know deep down inside that this man loves me. I know that he would never do anything or say anything intentionally to hurt me. So if there is a conflict, I need to figure out where the miscommunication was, what the misunderstanding was, so that it can be resolved. Because I know that he wasn't out to get me, and he knows that I'm never out to get him. I'm never coming at him foul, vice versa. So after the emotion has left, if you're angry or whatever, and a couple hours have gone by, that evening, you sit down, and then I'll start by saying something like, you know what? I know that you don't ever mean to hurt me, but when you said this, I felt this kind of way, and I don't understand why this happened or whatever. You just talk it out, and then I will talk for like a good solid 5 minutes straight so that he sees it from my perspective, because the same situation happened to both of us, but we both have different mindsets, and that's where the conflict arises, because we processed it differently. So the same exact thing happens, and then my mind is over here like, this is how it happened in my version, and this is how it happened in his version. So sit down and let him explain his version. Whether you agree with it or not, don't be like, I didn't say that. No. It's not even about what you said. It's about how he received it and what he felt. So after he explains to you his version and how he processed it and what it meant to him, I'm just like, oh, I didn't even know it came off like that. So then I will with my version, and then he will see from my perspective and be like, oh, I didn't know that's what you meant, And then it's always been resolved.
Word. And go lift some weights, man. Lift something heavy. Or make you happy. You know what I'm saying? You'll end up not getting arrested. You know what I'm saying? Good therapy.
I try every day I wake up to make him happy. That's my goal, because it reciprocates. If I'm constantly thinking about things that I can do to make him happy, it makes him happy, and then he's constantly thinking about things that he can do for me, and it's like a spiral.
Happy, though.
I know, that's what I said. You do things that make me happy, so then I'm happy, so then I want to do it's like a battle of who can be the nicest to the other person.
That was kind of gay.
It's like a battle upwards, because marriage sometimes gets in a spiral downwards for a lot of people. I've talked to a lot of people, and it just becomes this, thank you, it just becomes this battle of doing, like, he was mean, so then I'm going to do this, and then it spirals bad, fast. So instead, someone needs to stop it, because the battle has been going on for so long now that you either need to just break up, get it over with, or find a way to resolve it. Stop this downward spiral. Someone needs to take the initiative, be the grown-ass person, and be like, stop. I'm going to say I'm sorry. I don't even know what the freak I'm saying sorry for, but this marriage, to me, is worth sucking it up over. And we're going to just get over it now. Don't waste time.
That was a pretty good video.
48 minutes long.
We probably killed some people out there.
Are you guys still alive?
And I know there's a bunch of people talking crap, man. I don't even care, yo. You say whatever you gotta say, homie.
This blanket's giving me fuzzies on me.
I'm winning. I'm winning before your eyes. As you stand there and watch and speak and boast upon us, we win upon thus. That's wrong, right? We are winning if. You know what I'm saying? And that's because there's work involved. You know what I'm saying?
Can we just talk about how we forgot the most important thing in the world?
God.
Preach it!
Yeah, man, that gotta be a center of it. There's a lot of praying involved.
God is the foundation.
Might not look like it, but ain't nobody asked you what it looked like. Now, did we?
Stop!
Because I know there's a bunch of judgmental freaks out there.
And everything that we talked about is derived from the Bible. God tells you all of this about how to love the other.
It's in one place. Go find it.
and the principles in which we carry out our marriage are founded on the books in the Bible. And there's been times where I felt like you can pray about anything. There's been times that I've been upset and I'm just like, God, I want you to take this out of me. I don't want to be upset about this. I think it's silly, but for some reason it still bothers me. Just leave. Just let it leave. And then I wake up feeling so much better about everything.
If you will lift some weights. Nah, you good. Talking to those guys.
Pray a lot. We pray a lot.
Word.
We pray before dinner, and he says nighttime prayers before we go to sleep. It's really sweet. I want you to do that more. I liked it that day, okay?
Wow.
Ask God to help you guys love each other more. I started praying that, and then I started loving him even more. I didn't even know it was physically possible, humanly possible.
That's crazy.
The capacity of love in which I have for my husband is growing and growing, and I didn't know. I was like, I love him a lot. There's no way
This video just got cheesy.
that I could love him anymore. And then I lay down and sleep at night, and I'm like, God, can you help me love him more?
Cheese.
Right?
Cheese everywhere.
Cheese. And God's like,
cheese.
yes, Andrea, love more.
Cheese.
And then I wake up, and I'm like, I look at him, and I'm like,
You are killing them.
there's so much love now.
They're dying.
There's so much more
They're
love.
dying. Their eyes are melting out of their sockets.
Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go, okay?
Word. It's been real.
It's been real. I don't know. If you guys have specific questions about marriage, like, we'll try to answer them.
She will.
Maybe we can make another video. We kind of made this video on a whim without any real direction. It was just a blabber video.
We never have a direction. I don't follow directions.
But if you guys have specific things that you want to know or whatever, if you're curious, I don't know why we would be the people you'd want to ask, but...
Word.
we get along pretty good.
If you asking us for advice, you already wrong.
That's not true.
I mean...
We're good folks.
We be scheming like y'all have
You
no
are
idea.
a schemer. I'm not a schemer. But if you have any special requests for anything, just let me know, okay? I have to go start dinner.
Schemers.
Stop. I have to go start dinner. Okay?
Word. I'm hungry.
You are hungry?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.